rebuilt. Leahy turned into legacy. Parsegan renovated, and Holtz restored. Notre Dame Stadium, the home of the Fighting Irish. Little gets the blood boiling, quite like a rivalry game. Barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Stanford Cardinals, taking on the winners of 4 straight, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Notre Dame looking for a strong kick to get this one underway. No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. The Cardinal offense will take the field to get things underway. These rivalry games can really get the blood pumping, and we'll see who can manage their emotions best early.
Everyone's been waiting for this game, right? You know, both of these teams have had this game circled all the way back to the beginning of the offseason, so you got to be able to play under control.
With passion, with energy, with hatred, because it's a rivalry game, but keep your emotions in check and making sure I'm controlling what I can control.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
Caught over the middle. It's Io Manor. Running toward the tape. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Stanford! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call. Number 13. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. So the Notre Dame Fighting Irish offense comes out first time they've had the ball today. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job of it.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
Power football with the run. Yeah, it's a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26. We anticipate this one being much tighter than the last time these two met when it was a blowout, David.
And here's the thing. You got an opportunity right now. You got the football early in this game to show you. This is going to be more of the same, Palmer.
Well, we talked to both coaching staffs and players, and they're all very aware of what happened the last time these two teams played. So expect everybody's A game today. Reese, you're right. We expect this one to be a lot tighter.
To the air, it's Leonard. Lofts one high and deep. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. After the misfire, it's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Got it in the middle, it's Evans. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Big time throwing that last play. You know, you think about great Notre Dame quarterbacks. I think back to a couple of Joes. Joe Montana, Joe Theismann. They'd love what they'd be seeing right now from this kid. He's got arm talent. He's got accuracy. And because of that, he gives this offense the ability to light up the score.
Afterburners coming. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. And that big gainer on the last one has them ready to go from inside the 10. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Buying some time. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And you try to catch him off balance, maybe on first down and goal right here, a situation where maybe you sneak in a pass, defense was ready, got the sack. Now you got to be a little bit more creative now that you got the negative play. The offense, I know you've worked this all week. You got to get ready to execute in the red zone.
Third and goal from way back there. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Coming after it. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
The biggest lie college football coaches tell is nameless, faceless opponent. David, game like this, you know their name and you know their face.
You know them well, and it does mean just a little bit more because it's bragging rights. Like, the rivalries matter so much all throughout the year. All the fans talking about this game in particular, that's why it means more, and that's why these players will be jacked out of their minds.
They'll try the run. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. He'll keep it himself. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Looking for a man. It's Daniels. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. The Cardinal will have to boot it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And no shot at a return here as the punt flies out of bounds. Here come the Irish back on offense. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, dude.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep 3rd downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on 1st down.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Off play action. Caught close to the marker. It's Evans. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line. They knew they could slip that tight end behind the backers with that play-action fake.
Well, it's because I can't win, Reese. I have to play the run. You know, all these RPOs, all these different things, it makes me come up and use my eyes and play run. And these tight ends are so valuable to find space behind. Knew where he was going with the football the whole time because the big fella, he's always open.
Gets it out fast. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the 1st quarter. At the end of the quarter, it is Stanford holding the edge. And we've come to the end of the 1st as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the 2nd. Wants to throw. It's Leonard. He's going to throw deep right side. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
Really nice play by the defender, being in a good position for that deep ball down the field, not letting the receiver put his big body on him, go up over top. The only thing that could have been better is that thing tipped to another defender, and it was an interception, but great coverage by the defender.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
Notre Dame ready to go back to work with another first down. He's going to pass. Got his man downfield. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. The Irish trying to strike gold in this red zone trip. Off the play fake on first down. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Into the end zone. Gets it into the end zone, but there is a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Offense set on first down.
Green 25.
From the gun, the running back has it. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making a good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
He's back to throw on second down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
That's a phenomenal job getting after the quarterback and getting a hit on him to affect his accuracy, because if they didn't get the pressure, that was going to be a touchdown. He had a guy wide open in the end zone. That was a golden opportunity, but the defense comes up big.
A little screen to the running back. They play that screen nicely. He tried to find his way to the marker, but it'll be fourth down.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect, last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
It is true as he puts 3 on the board. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. On the move from inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Stanford has it back, the Cardinal offense returning to the field. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
Oh, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football.
And the sack all the way back at the 5. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place trying to help their defense. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. Stanford lines up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'd be interesting to see what happens here in the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense. Now you understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Looking to throw, it's Leonard. He's going to take off. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
2nd and short is a great situation to be in. And look at him. He drops back to pass the football. He doesn't have to throw the football. He wants to be aggressive, but he can just take off and scramble. Doesn't have to take a chance. Great being ahead of the sticks.
Oh, he needs to get rid of it. He needs to do something, and he will go down. What a terrible, terrible play and a big loss. They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. On 2nd down, wants to throw it. Getting some heat. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Zone coverage that time, and the cornerback, a nice job with his eyes. He's watching the quarterback. He sees the ball thrown, so he knows exactly when to break on it. He's able to break it up for an incompletion.
On third down, he'll have to push it downfield. Throws for the tight end. And this is going to be incomplete on third down. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Signals for the fair catch and makes it at the 20. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
And there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football. Make your plays. Put a good drive together here.
Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24.
Now, that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. Stanford lines up to punt it away. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Here come the Irish back on offense. They've had a couple of productive drives, but they've had to settle for field goals in 2 of their 3 previous possessions, Jesse.
Yeah, this is an offense that takes a lot of pride in execution, and they feel like they should have scored a touchdown every single drive. So while it's been good, not great, David, just execute a little bit better, and they could put this one in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think you point that out. We went all the way down the field on 2 of our first 3 drives and got field goals. Now, just a little better execution when that field starts to shrink and it gets a little bit more difficult.
These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. Third and short from the 45. To the ground to try to move the chains. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. The Irish send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Waves the arm for the fair catch, and the catch is made close to the 30-yard line. Stanford has it back, the Cardinal offense returning to the field. They've had to punt the last couple of times they've had it, David, now trying to put something together.
But Reese, you know how much I love punters and kickers. Like, you don't want to see them very often. Those are not guys that we want to see on the field. We want to do something else and be a little bit more productive offensively.
And I think, David, on this drive, the quarterback's just got to settle down a little bit. These last few drives, looks like he's seeing ghosts. We've seen him force the football. He's missed a couple of throws. He needs to just take a deep breath and play with himself.
Let's see what they've got on second down. To throw, it's Daniels. Throws to the wideout. It's caught downfield. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29. Stanford going back to work with another first down. Pressure coming. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it. Here they come to try it again on 2nd and 10 from the 29. He's looking to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. Throws toward the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Cardinal!
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Coming out with it, it's Young. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer.
On the set.
This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long.
Squirrel.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Wants to throw on 2nd down. He lobs one high down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20.
Acorn. Timber. Go.
Scanning the field, it's Leonard. He'll loft one deep down the left side. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. Turns it on down the left side. Touchdown, Irish! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. The AT unit on the field. And with the extra point, they cut it to a 14-13 game. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks so much, guys, and I need not tell you, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotion, and no surprise we saw just that in the first half today. Each of these 2 offenses has looked like well-oiled machines, but it doesn't take a genius to figure out these 2 passing attacks have run circles around these defenses. Man or zone, nothing seems to be working, and I'm not sure that defensive coordinator is going to be able to figure things out here at halftime. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
Stanford will boot it away to start the second half. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Here come the Irish, back on offense. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job of pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
You open a drive like that, and the entire playbook opens up on first down from the 44. Tip ball, put it up for grabs, and I thought he had it, but somehow it slithered through his fingers.
Yeah, and listen, it's one thing to miss a receiver that you go, oh, that was open, that's the right place to throw the football, but he sailed that one, but he was thrown into double coverage. You got to make better decisions than that.
And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. Got quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's third down from the 45. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Catch in the middle, it's Collins. And Shore tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker.
Yeah, he was able to make one guy miss, but he had to make 2 in order to pick up that first down. It was a nice individual effort, just not enough.
This is the absolute right call. They're going for it on fourth down. He'll sneak it. This Notre Dame offense carving it up. They're working with another first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. The little soft flip pass falls incomplete. They'll line up for a second down play. After the incompletion, they go back up top. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion. Now facing a 3rd and long. Back to pass, it's Leonard. Now he's going to break the pocket. Throws to the tight end. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
They'll put that return to a stop at the 33 with the offense set up in pretty good field position. And now the offense will come onto the field again. First down here for the offense. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Just a short pass to the tight end. Stopped after making the catch.
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
And the big tight end, a lot of times, that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Got his man on the right. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Kyle Manor. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line. Stanford gets set to snap it on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Grabbed behind the line, it's Taylor. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. And now on second down for this offense. Leaves it with the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented back some space so he can make some plays.
That's why, as a defense, you feel okay playing man coverage on 3rd down because you know you've got linebackers and you've got players on your defense that can cover these dangerous running backs mano-a-mano. Nice job tackling in the open field.
Field goal is good. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
It's been the buzz of college football all week, fellas, and it's finally here. An update on that top 5 battle. Oregon is just getting tuned up today. This is like watching an MMA fight where you start to question your own morals. Who sanctioned this bout? They're trailing by 14 to Ohio State. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this top 5.
Just causing wreckage in the secondary. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. He had the perfect play to open the drive, and now they'll snap it again from the 38. Now the quarterback changing the original play call, trying to get to it. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
And there's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their quarterback upright, and you just saw another example of it right there. He has never been able to get into rhythm throwing the football.
Looking downfield, it's Leonard. He's got an open man. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air, chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. Comes out throwing on first down. Bought a little time, lets it go. Fires to the tight end. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. Line getting set on second down. He's looking to throw. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Takes him in stride inside the 10. Touchdown, Notre Dame! And that one will put him up here in the second half.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. If this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Motion from the offense. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. They're working that left side. And he is going to be forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Tremendous defense there. Dropping back, it's Daniels. Finds his man down the middle. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it from the gun. At the 20, he's got space. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the...
Got some room headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Stanford! And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
Man, I love this offense, being able to run the football late in the game when it matters and punch it in for the touchdown, and more importantly, take the lead.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Young. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Man, I think this quarterback needs to take his offensive line out for dinners more often because they're not protecting him, and sometimes it doesn't even look like they're trying. That now the 6th sack of the game for this defense.
Quarterback will audible. Looking to throw on second down. Moving away from pressure. Going to try to get it himself.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back, he's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards, pick him up and put him down, and I'm faster than most of your other guys too, so good luck stopping.
Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. Wide receiver now comes in motion. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42.
Well, offensively, they knew they were going to have some matchups they could take advantage of in this one, and all of a sudden, this quarterback has now over 300 yards passing in the game. Defensively, David, he has got them on their heels.
And he's been showing you a little bit of everything. He can throw it all over the field to all different receivers, to his tight ends, to his running backs. He really has the ability to spread it around, and now over 300 yards. Still some time left, and he can put up even bigger numbers. And, heck, go chase some awards, man. Get some postseason awards. Get an All-American. Just put up a day.
And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. They'll snap it from the 48 on 3rd and short. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44.
And that's so tough as a defense because they only got to get inches. But I got to find a way to somehow get a knockback. Stop the running back's feet right there. I couldn't do it. He gets downhill just enough, and he gets the first down.
It's a good job, too, there on 3rd down by the offense, because a major statistic in football in terms of winning and losing is how good are you at staying on the field, keeping drives alive. Whether it's 3rd and long or 3rd and inches, you just have to go execute. They do it.
Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. Quarterback checking the play. Wide out in motion. To the air, it's Leonard. Unloads to the wideout. And is picked off at the goal line. That's a way to make a stand. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Man, that is how you get it done as a defense when you're playing cover one. Like, you got the middle of the field safety, but everybody else is manning up. Nice job running with this guy, seeing the football, breaking on it, making the interception, making the big play for this defense.
Grabbed in the backfield, it's Taylor. And that play just never got started as he's run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. On second down, he's looking downfield. Got his man in the middle. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered. Pick up the first. They've got him pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the right. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Makes a connection. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. This Stanford offense is humming, set up with another first down. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Time is on their side, and they're going to wind that play clock all the way down. The give to the back. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. It's third down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Back to throw, it's Daniels. Got it set up on the outside. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way, making sure there's no return on that one as the punt sails out of bounds. Here come the Irish back on offense. This is everything you could hope for in a rivalry game like this. Close game, waning moments, history waiting to be made, guys.
And it's moments like this why you come and play for these two schools, right? To play in a game like this, in a rivalry like this, in a situation, David, game on the line late, who's going to take it?
And you know when you make this play, you're immortalized. With this kind of rivalry, these are the highlights they'll be showing for years. Everybody will be like, I remember when so-and-so made that play against our biggest rival to seal the deal.
This time it's complete. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. He knew exactly what they needed there, made the play, and got out of bounds to stop the clock.
And you got to keep this turbo mode on, right? We got to keep going fast. The clock's running down. Fourth quarter, need a score. Great execution to get the first down. We need a lot more of this on this drive.
He'll come out throwing on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Quarterback checking off. They want to just keep throwing it. Unloads to the wideout. And that is incomplete.
Third and long, defense knows the pass is coming, so they're going to have guys with their eyes on the QB, but they're going to try to get to him with pressure, pinning their ears back. If you're on offense, you might be thinking blitz here. You better get rid of this one quick.
Back to throw, it's Leonard. Looking to the big tight end. Another incompletion on third down.
After that incompletion, there is so much pressure now on this quarterback to come up with a big play. They need to score a touchdown. They need to keep this drive alive to have any shot at winning this game, but it all comes down to this play right here.
On fourth down, trying to find his man. Here's a throw downfield late. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. How about that one? Fourth and forever, and he just turned one loose and fired it for the first down.
Man, does that sting defensively. You get him in the perfect situation. You know they're going to pass the football. You play the ball deep, and you give up a deep pass. That is a back-breaking play.
And he's chased out of bounds, but not before he gets the first down, stops the clock, and has them on the move trying to get the late score. Notre Dame now operating in the red zone.
29 Philly, 2-9 Acorn.
They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Looking to scramble. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. And in the final moments, they've taken the lead.
Really good execution by this offense. Late in the game, under a minute, score to take the lead. It's what you draw up. It's what you dream about. But now, my defense has to go on the field and get me one more stop.
If he makes this one, the lead will be 3, and at least a field goal won't beat you. And it's good, and he pushes the lead to 3. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. These are the games. These are the moments. This is the opportunity for the finish that people remember in rivalries like this.
And those highlights that are shown for years and years to come. These big-time moments, Palmer, coming down to the wire, who steps up and makes the big-time play.
And this is why you lift the weights in the offseason. This is why you do all the gassers and all the sprints for moments like this. Game on the line in one of the biggest games of the year.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Barrow. They ripped off 7 on that one. Now a third down and 3. The offense gets a quick timeout at this point. Every second is precious. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Wants to throw on third down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Bachmeier. And the ball's on the ground. Oh, looks as if the defense got it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its...
That's a huge blow, man. You got a chance to go take the lead and put yourself in a position you know you can win the ball game. And now, instead of that, you turn the football over. Now you're trailing. The defense is going to have to do something special for you.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
It's a great play there by the defense, stopping that run. But now with less than a minute to go, you got to use your timeout. You got to try and conserve as much clock as possible to give yourself a chance to win.
No reason to do anything here except keep it on the ground on 2nd and 5. Defense will take a timeout with 28 seconds left. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. You know what's great about rivalry games? Each side hates every wretched breath the other one sucks into their greedy lungs. Figuratively speaking, of course, and when you win, oh, is that sweet.
It's glorious to be able to brag, to be able to text message your buddies, to be able to post stuff on social media. It's a lot of fun. I think fans like it more than anybody, but it's something that every year you have a couple games start. This was one of them, Jesse. They took care of business, and now you move on to the next.
They really did, and we saw some great individual efforts in this game by the winning team, too. So cool to see some of these players that have had terrific collegiate careers make some of the biggest plays of their lives in this game, in a rivalry game that just means so much. This was a fun one to call.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.